y'all need a video to explain to y'all and to bring y'all up to speed on black fatigue, or are y'all familiar based off of the conversations that we've been having on Jason Whitlock, on the panel last night, all of that?
I need a video.
You need a video?
Yeah. Damn, y'all niggas ain't on social media?
Bro, no. I got stuff to do.
I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing.
Yeah, we ain't part-time parents, Kerry.
You know what I'm saying? We here full time. We care about our kids.
I know that's right.
All right. Well, we got to bring them up to speed. The only time that they're on the internet is when they are on the show. So, here, I'll pull up a video for you guys, and then we'll go from there. This video is like a minute and a half. So, this is what's happening out in the streets. This is the woman that went viral for addressing it.
Shiloh Hendricks, the woman who called a 5-year-old a racial slur. My first impression after watching the video, a little bit of white trash. I have to be honest, the kid was 5. I have worked with 5-year-olds for the last 15 years. Absolutely everything they do is out of pocket. They're like little unhinged drunk people. Nothing to do makes sense. A 5-year-old is capable of rifling through somebody's bag and taking things that don't belong to them. Ask any kindergarten teacher. But I realize why so many people are wanting to defend this, because Black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood, that they want to praise this woman. But what she did is not praiseworthy. But also on the same hand, please remember that every day that us white people get on this app, we get called racial slurs every single day. So if you don't want to be called a racial slur, you also have to stop calling people racial slurs. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth. But for the love of God, please leave the children out of it. Adults are stupid. They're going to do stupid things. But you're a different level of stupid when you bring kids into it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. She'll be watching her back for the rest of her life. Yeah, because that's not thuggery, hoodrattery, animalistic. This is why people have Black fatigue. When you act like this, it's not normal behavior. People do stupid stuff. People say stupid stuff. That's life. It's not normal to threaten to unalive people because you don't like what they're doing. But here we are. People are getting sick and tired of opening up TikTok and seeing brawls on cruise ships, brawls in the airport, like literally the most ghetto behavior. We're tired. We're tired of it. But then whining and complaining and acting like it's not your fault that you act that way. Yeah, we're kind of over it.
So that is Black fatigue in a nutshell, as far as white people now standing up to and having conversations about the things that Black people are doing and embarrass themselves, and they're no longer giving them a pass and they're calling them out on their bullshit. And so obviously this is a subject that has been going viral for some time now, for a few days. That woman actually wound up removing the videos and deleting the videos. I had already downloaded it, so I kept it in the cloud. And so that's why we're able to see where it came from and where this conversation stemmed from. You guys are more than welcome to give me your thoughts. What do y'all think about Black fatigue?
This is one of the biggest reasons I left corporate America. I got tired of trying to explain to my white coworkers why Black women was doing the cucumber challenge. Like, yeah, you don't remember the cucumber challenge?
No.
Go on mute, Anton.
Oh, what was the cucumber challenge?
Nigga, they was sucking a fucking cucumber. Like trying to see how far they can do. The chat know what I'm talking about. Like it was so embarrassing. And then around about the time the straw that broke the camel back, this is when Baddies was introduced. All of our Black quote unquote queen was it had turned into the Royal Rumble. It was like WWEF, whatever you want to call it. And like, bro, so I had white coworkers like asking me, like, why do this go on in the community? And I just quit the job because I ain't had no answer for them.
You quit the job. You was looking for a reason to quit.
Yeah, I needed a reason to get out of there anyway. Like, but yeah, it was embarrassing. Like, no lie, still to this day, no matter what people or women say how bad we degraded them in rap music, they have done it to themselves 18 times over with the popularity of these reality shows. And Black women, they have embarrassed themselves. When I see Black men I think we embarrass ourselves with a lot of gang culture stuff. But we not at the Walmarts fighting, and we not. Anytime you see a queen on the internet, they fighting. These facts. I got a whole show based off of stupid shit that we do. It's what it is. I agree with her a whole 100%. Black fatigue.
Carrie, what do you think about black fatigue?
I guess I have a case of black fatigue myself because I'm tired of it. I just put something in our chat the other day that happened out here at this like country, I guess you can call it like a barbecue type of buffet-ish type of, what you say?
A trail ride?
No, it's like a restaurant, like a old school, old fashioned type of restaurant. And on Mother's Day, there was a dude, him and his family, black family. They apparently went into the restaurant. Something happened between him and this other group of people. Yeah. And on the video, you see this. He can't be all of 20, 21 years old. You see him turn to this one woman. He punches her in the face. She falls over. Then he goes over to somebody else. He's punching them. He takes out a gun, shoots it like 3 times on the ground. Then he goes over to somebody else, starts punching them in the face. And apparently somebody on the outside said that he came out t-shirt bloody, hiding his gun, saying, "This is what I do. This is what I do." And I saw the guy. It's him and this other guy. I don't know, this cockeyed looking guy. But they said his mom started it, and like they popped off. Not too long before that, there was these 2 people, a man and a woman, black couple, maybe about an hour away from here. This older lady, she was maybe in her 60s, 70s, driving. They got road rage with her, got out, shot her. Like, I'm not saying things don't happen with other races, but I am totally exhausted with what we do. There was another video of these girls fighting outside this store. Homegirl went and got her car, rolled her car up, hit the girl into the store, into the window. You saw that? And then they kept fighting after that. I'm like, it's too much. It's too much.
Okay, so you got to look at it like this. Because is this a valid reason? With us being 400 years behind the rest of civilization, because now keep in mind, I can say this: when white people was coming up, like in the Western times and all that, they used to fight every fucking where they go. They used to get out in the middle of the streets and whoever shoot the fastest and somebody would die. They used to fight at bars. Do you think that we are just 400 years behind on evolving as a civilization because we were so far back?
I think that we glorify it. Like, we kind of, as much as we complain about it, we celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? I remember even being in school when it's like, it's a fight. Most people are running towards the fight, but as opposed to away from the fight. Huh?
They did too, though.
I'm not saying in comparison to white people. So let me make this very clear. I'm not suggesting that black people do more of this with one another than white people, because I just don't know. Like, so I wouldn't make that statement because I don't know. I just know that that's what gets in front of my face more often, is black people fighting black people. And when you look at the comments, it's like, yeah, like people are usually, as opposed to saying this is some nonsense, people are usually taking a side on who, on one person in the video versus another. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we support it.
Well, yeah, I mean, entire platforms was built off of it. World Star.
Yeah.
It used to be a saying like, yo, you'll end up on World Star. You know what I'm saying? If basically you're getting snuffed out or you're getting beat up or something like that, getting something.
But Anton,
honestly, I think that's a part of, I'm sorry to cut
you good.
One of y'all. I think that part is a part of what keeps us behind. I think it's us getting caught up in a bunch of different things is what gets us further and further behind, as opposed to focusing on being productive. We have all these different things happening that keep us further and further behind.
So you can see, I see a lot of people, they questioning the 400-year gap that I'm talking about, because y'all niggas just started on the same line that everybody else started on, apparently. Okay, I hate to be that nigga, but we ain't been on equal footing, and we not on equal footing with our counterparts, bro.
You running in the Victim Olympics, 2K?
No. I'm not a victim. Nigga, I think I'm a little bit behind you in the race, Anton. But I can't take away that the gun wasn't fired at the same time for us to say go as the same time they gun was fired. Why wasn't it?
So wait a minute. Are we going to ignore the amount of time that we've been on this earth, and we're only going to, because I mean, listen, bro, this is 2025. It's people that come over from entire different countries. It's Haitians that come over here from war-torn countries.
Facts.
That know how to conduct themselves and get to a bag instead of being able to, instead of embarrassing themselves and running in the Victim Olympics.
Right, but they was never in bondage. They was never
what do you mean?
Hold on, wait. They was never in bondage. They was never told that they couldn't learn how to read.
We wasn't in bondage.
How come we wasn't? Not us personally. But
right, I'm talking about us personally. Because again, 2K, think about it from this lens. People that truly were in bondage, or people that were only 1 or 2 generations removed from the issues that really, really was impacting them in a negative space, they actually conducted themselves with grace. They took care of themselves. They worked hard. They became professionals. They dressed professionally. They were successful in their own respective communities. They didn't have the issues. They were well taken care of, and they took care of each other, and they were actually good citizens of the United States of America, despite the racism and the issues that they dealt with on a regular basis. So how did we devolve? How did we go backwards when the people that were directly impacted by it were more professional, they were less victims, they were more successful, and they actually did better than we did?
I don't think
I can actually tell you why.
Why is that?
Because whereas I'm tired of this shit too, but I also know that it's programming. We're being programmed because all they feed you is negativity. Like everything that you see, they took away all the good images of upstanding Black people, and then on top of that, when they actually tried to tell us something, we didn't listen. So they took away Bill Cosby, right? They took him off the TV. And then when Bill Cosby saying, "No, you trash, y'all being fucked up," they're like, no, we ain't got to listen to you, because we're going to listen to Cardi B. We're going to listen to Future.
Well, no, we had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a pretty good, positive show.
Slimmy. And where's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air now? Where is it?
They got a gay version on Peacock.
Yeah, there's none of that now. But I'm saying all that stuff is gone. So like shows like what came on after the Cosby Show with Dwayne Wayne?
A different
world. They were in college. Now ultimately, like even on that show, they were being indoctrinated, but I'm not gonna get into all that. But they were still in, hold on. They were still in college. They were still seen as upstanding, providing people providing and giving back into society. Mm-hmm. We got rid of that in exchange for College Hill. When College Hill came out, they were originally good students. This shit turned into a shit show where they was fighting.
But Slimmy, look at it like this. The whole point of we have to grasp role models only from TV.
No. Wait. No.
Listen.
No.
Hear me out.
Well, I'm undone.
Listen. Okay. Okay. Go for it.
No. Because I really want people to know that we're being programmed. Now, you don't have to accept your programming, though. It's just like people who are Democrats, right? We see that they're like this, they're part of the problem. That's part of the problem because all they want to do is show you the same shit. They don't ever want to tell you the fucking truth. They want to tell you, hey, you could be on welfare and it's cool. You can accept food stamps and it's cool. Years ago, back on Sally Jesse Raphael, back on Geraldo, they used to bring white nationalists on there and they said, hey, listen, we know y'all in a fucked up position. We know they brought you into this country, but don't take what the government is giving you. Don't take it. And they used to bring them on there and they used to say, boo, boo, we hate you. You ain't doing nothing but you ain't doing nothing but spin hatred. But they were trying to warn us from this shit here because
That's 100% facts. That's 100%.
They wanted people to realize that the government is trying to control you.
That's
So
100%.
you fast forward 20 years and what's happening? The women are in control of the black culture. And we got all type of problems of what they told us exactly not to do.
Now, Slimmy, hold on. Now watch this.
That is no. I got to give you your props.
That is programming.
You talking
programming.
that shit tonight, Slimmy.
Slimmy, I definitely 1000% agree with you. But y'all can't say that slavery didn't have a big say so in this.
We made it through slavery.
No,
we made it through the civil rights movement together.
Slimmy,
bro.
Slimmy,
This happened within the last.
Slim, I let you
got
know.
it. You're right. You're right.
We made it through slavery physically, mentally. We didn't. The whole bleed a white man over your man, that shit's still with us today, 400 years later. We made it through it physically. We have more people that believe that than if I go tell anybody something, it will be questioned expeditiously. If you go to CNN, these folks take it as law. Whatever they said, that's what it is. I'm not saying running the victim Olympics, but I'm saying let's just be honest here and acknowledge that they had a 400-year head start on being civil.
Okay, well, there's people that come over here that are still
they
20 years. Wait, hold on. They're 20 years behind us. You know what I'm saying? And they still come over here and handle their business because they value education. We don't. Listen.
While we was in bondage over there in their country, they still could read. They still could pass along the legacy over and over and over. Stop comparing us to them. We not the same, Slimmy. We
very much are the same. We're all human beings.
We are all human.
It's all kind of people over there that went through slavery, dog.
Okay.
They come over here to run away from it.
I'm just giving you a plausible reason why this could be, because I'm telling you, when they built jails, but they weren't building them bitches for us. So it had to be enough crime going on here for them to have to build a whole jail system. It just wasn't the media. It wasn't the news. They didn't have Twitter. They wasn't civilized then, but now they got their shit together because they have evolved. They have passed down legacy and how to do shit from years over years until they finally got good. The cavemen wasn't where we were. So that should let you know that matters.
I think the thing is though, like, everyone in society gets programming. We get programming from different sources. We, as black people, we accept the programming. We don't ever say divest from Cardi B, divest from Future. We don't ever deny that. We celebrate these people.
We do.
We celebrate these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, in other cultures, they aren't entertainers. They are the bottom of the barrel. They're like, we don't fuck with you.
Listen, Slimmy, guess what? Guess who were the original entertainers? It was white people. And then guess what? Now it's black people. White people, they like, oh, you know what? We tired of being the motherfucking show. We tired of being the niggas tap dancing.
They never stopped tap dancing, but the tap dancers weren't the worst people of society that got celebrated. They were literally just tap dancers, and that's it, because that's what black people were. Because you had to have some type of coup to even go to those events. You had to be established. And then what you're not talking about is the fact that it was black people who were rich that had money too. Black people sold slaves. Black people were actually leading amongst, they
Why?
still are.
Slimmy,
Because I ain't gonna get into it, I ain't gonna say no specific names, but
Slimmy.
it's a lot of black people that kiss the boots of certain groups of people just to get ahead. And we don't talk about that shit. We don't talk about those groups. I'm gonna
Why?
just say the G. You know what the G mean? They're
Slimmy,
all entertainers. They're all athletes. But
Slimmy.
yep.
Why
And
would
they
we?
sell us out all the time because they got billions of dollars, but they never ever put that billions of dollars in a place whereas everybody can eat. They never give back because if you look at a certain community that leads everything, they always make sure they got whole grocery stores that people
Slimmy,
know. If you are that type of person, if you're that type of person, you get a discount just for going in that grocery store. How many black owned stores we got like that?
Slimmy, we talking about horses. You talking about a fucking unicorn?
No, I'm not talking about a unicorn. I'm not talking about a unicorn because we got black billionaires, dog. Hey, all right. So 2K, if you are right, and I'm cutting you off. Hold on, let me land this right quick. So if you are right, how many black people went and supported Byron Allen? How many black people talked about Byron Allen going up against them people when they wouldn't show his networks? How many people supported him? And he's an upstanding man. And I talked about Byron Allen all the time. You know what some black people told me? Oh, he a coon. They told me he a coon.
I get it. Okay, Slim, cool. All I'm saying is you cannot look at the head start and think we are supposed to be the same place in the race.
No, I don't give a fuck about no race, man. Because right now we still want to we want to wallow in last place. We want to wallow in it. We want to celebrate being in last place.
You know what?
That's what the whole purpose of this conversation is. We are buying into the programming. That's part of the programming,
you
dog.
keep cutting me off.
You right. Let me mute my mic.
Bro,
You right.
You talking about the last place, but now they're incentivizing you to be in last place. Hey, you don't got to be in first, man. Listen, you don't got to work that hard to get a house, and then we gonna give it to you. He go Uncle Sam. He go to programs. He go to welfare. Listen, bro, Slimmy, I agree wholeheartedly with you, with your take, bro. But what I'm saying, I can't discount. I can't discount the leap that they had and wonder why we are where we are in society. We didn't have the same books they had. We didn't get the same education. We were getting fucking hand-me-downs. How you think we supposed to know what they know, and they giving us 20-year-old books?
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Man, they got 20-year-old books now in college.
Hold on. I want to give
Molly.
my bad. Before you ask the question, Molly, I got a poll in the chat. Is Slimmy cooking? Is it all facts? Or nah, y'all not rocking with what Slimmy is saying right now? Make sure y'all let us know what y'all think about the poll in the chat. Go ahead, Molly.
No, I was just gonna ask 2K. So if that's true, how many more generations of our offspring do we put that into?
I'm not
Do
sure.
we just keep this mindset and just keep putting it into our offspring and they put it into theirs and we just keep it going? Or is at any point can we
Molly,
move forward? Or are we just always forever 400 years behind?
We won't always ever be 400. But you got to understand that we are probably the only race on a fucking time limit. Everybody else telling us, hey, y'all need to hurry up. Like they didn't take off years and decades and centuries before us.
Okay, so if that's the case, then why do we celebrate Egyptian culture? Do us as Black people embrace Egypt and Egyptian culture? Because as far as we were taught, a lot of that stuff was built off of slaves.
Listen, you can celebrate whatever you want to, but that ain't our reality. You can celebrate
African
culture, Egyptian culture. You can celebrate Mexican culture, but that is not your reality.
But okay, but where's the smoke though? Because if we got brought over here by people who looked like us, where is the smoke at for that? You know, they capitalized off of us being 400 years behind.
Each other in the Middle East right now. Ain't they going crazy and barbaric in the Middle East right now? Let's take another poll, Anton. Let's see where you would fucking rather be. in the Middle East or the United States? Don't tell me
You
about
would rather be here, so why is it so bad then? If
no,
we all know that we would all rather be here
not
out of
no, no, no,
anywhere
no, no,
else, so
no.
why are we
It's not where
complaining
I'd
that
rather
it's so
be.
bad here?
It's not where I'd rather be. I'm proving my point. If these people over here have an undeveloped undeveloped society where they didn't start at the same place everybody else started, they do the same shit we do. They just kill each other because of different gods. We kill each other for gains, but we still not there as the people who created the civilization.
So why don't y'all ever go back to where y'all came from then?
Marley,
If
what the fuck
racism
does
is
that have
bad
to do with
here
what the fuck? You
and
think
we're 400 years behind, why don't
what
y'all
does
ever go
that
back to
have to do with
Africa?
this? If all of us go back to Africa right now, we still gonna be the same motherfuckers in Africa,
It
Molly.
just sounds like people with that thought process never want to solve their own problems,
No,
though.
it's not that,
What's the solution to being behind 400 years outside of saying
Molly. It's
white
just
people have kept us behind? Because
Molly.
I think it's us that has kept us behind.
Molly, absolutely it's us, but it takes time for us to catch up. We have to make the mistakes. We have to grow. We have to learn. We have to continue to push forward. We can't do that when every time we get a fucking leader that can make a change, they kill him, Molly. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Do you not know these people? The people who can help push us forward in society?
They were
Black
also
Panther.
sold out by other black people
No.
too.
I'm giving you
So
the answer. Every time we get a leader that can take us to the next fucking level, they kill them.
the black people kill them.
The fucking, have you ever heard of COINTELPRO, the CIA? That ain't the fucking
Yeah.
black man. How you gonna tell me it was the black man when they labeled the Black Panthers the number one terroristic threat to the United States?
You don't think the Black Panthers was a psyop?
Listen, I'm not with the victim shit. You can tell how I'm living. Ain't shit gonna slow me down. But I know for a fact when I moved over here, I know that I had to do fucking loops and hoops for shit that everybody else didn't. I know when they were trying to keep me out using red line. I'm not crazy. This is society. You cannot discount the head start. You cannot.
But not all white people are privileged though. So I feel like you
head start.
you live better than a lot of white people. It's a lot of white people in trailer parks. It's a lot of white people in the ghetto.
Molly,
You live a lot better. So how are you more ahead than them if they had a 400-year head start?
Okay.
We talking about a unicorn. We talking about horses. If you started 200 years ago, the people, your great granddaddy left you land. Okay? That land is triggered all the way down to you today. If we just started, we ain't got no fucking land.
They gave y'all 40 acres and a mule. Where is that at? Why y'all didn't keep it and pass it down?
We didn't get 40 acres in a mural. They promised it. We cultivated.
Hold on, hey, 2K, can you say mule one more time?
Say what, Anton?
Can you say mule?
Mule.
That ain't how you said it the first time.
It don't fucking matter. We all know what we talking about. If we had got it, I would have known how to say it. If we had got it, I would have knew how to say it. But like I'm saying, they promised it to us. We cultivated the land. We grew the crops. They did not give us what they promised. Okay, they didn't. So that's going to show.
Okay, again, I want to, because I don't want us to get too far off the subject, right?
I'm not, but then you can't.
No. I'm saying. So are you saying? I'm asking you a question. Are you saying that black fatigue should be justified because we haven't had the opportunity to get our ratchetness out, and so this is our way of showing ourselves, and eventually we're gonna get it together?
I hate justifying it because you can't act civil, but it's hard. But yeah, if I had to base it on that, Anton, yeah, I would say that, bro.
So how long do we get to do that and get away with it?
If we looking at the previous society that we got to go off of is white people, how long did it take them to get it together?
Well, no, I'm asking you, how long do you want the ratchet?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I just know for a fact.
Give me a general idea.
They wasn't scrutinized along the way because everybody was doing it.
So how long?
I'm not sure. When was the Wild Wild West era over?
I don't know, 2K. I'm sorry.
I don't need the Anton.
We get to act out for 100 years, 200 years, 50 years, 25. Give me a general idea.
Listen, bro. Honestly, man, probably 100, 200 years before we get it together.
So you think we should be able to act out for 200 years?
Yeah. Hold on, wait, time out, because that came out wrong. I don't think that we should just be acting out for 200 years because obviously we have to make progress. But if you asking how long this process may take, there go your answer, Anton. Think about the chaos white people caused when they got
here. Wait. What white people though?
Was killed. What? Y'all are just, bro. Our shit is just televised.
Which white people though? I just want to know which white people because
all
there's like
people, they all together.
No, because there was
not.
white. Wait, because there were slaves. There were Irish people were slaves. They were considered the bottom of the barrel. So you can't be talking about them.
Why are we talking about fucking unicorns and we talking about horses?
They're not unicorns because everything can't be a unicorn. I gave you a specific group. You said they were unicorns. Why are you pedestalizing these folks?
I'm not pedestalizing shit. I'm telling you how it is.
No, you're not. Because in all reality, all it is everybody's been at the bottom almost, except for a couple different groups. Okay. Everybody's been at the bottom.
Who killed
everybody? You? Asians were at the bottom. Asians were definitely at the bottom.
My God.
It was black people that was looked at way more positively than them. They gave them the rags, they gave them the worst areas to live in, and they prospered through all that. Now, when is it gonna be our time that we get the fuck out of this programming?
No, I can't tell you that, but Slim, I can tell you this. When white people was at the bottom, how did they get to the top? By killing and fucking destroying everything. A game?
That's not true.
No, listen, hold on.
That's not true.
How the fuck you gonna say that?
That's not true. Because if you go and you watch certain things, you'll know that all they did was start participating.
Say they didn't kill still.
That's part of the programming though, to make you think that that's definitely part of the programming. Part of the programming is to pit white and black people against each other so that there's racial tension. That's part of the programming as well. There's no questioning or doubts about that.
I agree with you, Slimmy. I believe that the biggest thing that they continue to distract people with is to make them think that they have this mythical boogeyman.
Yeah.
White people hate black people and black people hate white people. And they continue to pass it down through generations, even though we have never truly experienced racism to the extent of slavery or anything like that.
Right.
And I think that it's the biggest distraction so that they can continue to do the things that they want to do behind the scenes because we too busy focusing all of our energy on things that don't fucking matter. That's what I honestly believe. I believe that the biggest distraction is the easiest way to trigger a black person is to make them think that they have some kind of another person that hate them. The minute that they do that, they know that y'all gonna go out and spend all of y'all energy. They know that you're going to devalue your neighborhoods and burn everything down so that they can go in and easily purchase it at for a song and a bird. The easiest look, if I want to distract people, if I want to really slip something out the back door, or if I want to get something way cheaper, then all I got to do is get you to destroy it for me.
That's a fact.
Not only are you going to destroy it, you're going to move out because you're going to say it's trash, it's the hood. Bro, it literally is happening in Detroit right before our eyes. Bro, it's so much fucking money. It's so much money that's being pumped into the city. It is insane. I have never seen, bro, do you know that there are developers from California? It's people in California that is buying up whole blocks and they're redeveloping them and turning them into huge houses. Right now, the things that we devalued and we said it was too trash and that the hood was garbage, they came in and they're buying entire blocks, entire neighborhoods, and they're pumping billions and billions. We got a fucking Cosm coming here, bro. They only have 3 of them. In the entire world, they got 3 Cosms. We got a Cosm coming here. And then I tried to tell people, I said, yo, all of this money about to fucking happen. All of this shit is playing out. Yo, don't do this. Yo, play this, play that. And dog, it is happening before I have never seen an acceleration of the amount of money that is being pumped here. Matt Ishba stayed here and built a fucking castle. It's crazy. The nigga owned the Phoenix Suns. Dan Gilbert's base is still here in Detroit. And you got fucking black people that's saying, oh, no, fuck that shit. Don't you realize that he came in and he transformed the entire city? He owns more real estate than anybody in the entire city.
Yeah, nigga, I would too. If my great granddaddy is handed down to me.
You're missing it, bro. They didn't have any money. Dan Gilbert did not grow up with a grandfather that was rich. That's not true.
I think Dan Gilbert got it out the mud.
He did. He grew, dude. He started rocking. Oh my God.
Listen, man. Listen, at the end of the day, bro, we came here with shit. All right. A lot of people still don't got shit. That's just what it is. You cannot discount the head start if you talking about the fucking race.
Well, the thing that you got to do realize though, 2K, is where the thing that you don't agree with about how it's manufactured, right? Everything that's happening is manufactured because it is ultimately, if black people don't buy into their programming, who else can they control? If we aren't controlled, they lose control. They don't, if they don't control the music industry, you know, if we just divest from that, we start building our own music industry, we completely divest and build our own, they lose control, they lose billions of dollars. If we start building our own production companies with movies, if like black people love cars.
Wait, hold on.
We don't have an all black car company at all.
Slim.
And we got billions, we got billionaires. Why aren't we doing none of this stuff? We got so many.
We got to wrap this conversation up because we got to go to the next.
Okay, just let me lead on this, Slim.
Every
time, listen, we hear rumors of goddamn me, Bill Cosby want to buy a network. All of a sudden, got rape charges. You heard motherfucking P. Diddy want to buy he just wanted to fund his own liquor, tow his ass up. Slimmy, why y'all don't realize every time we can come up, we get knocked off?
No, that's that. Well, so how do you leave it there?
Let's leave it there.
So how do you just answer this? How do you explain Byron Allen?
Fuck Byron Allen. Let's talk about Tulsa.
Byron Allen.
When
Byron Allen is?
I'm about to say Byron Allen did his thing.
Do you know who Byron Allen is?
Things could have been done long ago. Tulsa, black everything. Bomb that bitch.
Bomb. Do you know who Byron Allen is too?
I don't care.
How you gonna say fuck him if you don't know who he is?
Care. You can't.
You gotta care. I think
because considering the point you're making, 2K, you would have to care because Byron Allen is one of the guys who is definitely providing not only opportunities but example of how you grow your wealth, how you take over stuff, how you buy stuff. Like, didn't he buy the Weather Channel? He owns
the Weather Channel. That's correct.
He got several channels.
Great for Byron Allen. It was a nigga that owned grocery stores, lawyer offices, every fucking thing in the town was black. Q didn't stay right over there. They bombed that bitch to the ground. Every time we get somebody in position to get us over the hump, they off his ass. Y'all just talk to that fact, Slimmy. Talk to that fact, Anton.
Okay, well, I can talk to that. We can talk to that fact, and then I think we gotta move on. But the truth of that is, it doesn't matter if you white or black in that case.
Nigga.
That's where it doesn't matter. Because if you go against them, they gonna off you.